Hello people, I am JABY KOAY. Today is another serious video. We're going to talk about a few things: splitting up the channel, Humorously Yours and AIB, and Patreon. Why does it exist? Why am I constantly pushing that on my videos? The reason I'm splitting up the channel is this. In short, I was wrong. Early on when I started doing the Bollywood trailer reactions, Indian movie trailer reactions and whatnot, there were people on both sides who were asking me to make two channels. People from the American side saying, hey, can you put your Indian stuff on a separate channel because I don't want to watch the Indian stuff? People on the Indian side going, hey, can you put your American stuff on a separate channel because I don't want to watch the American stuff, just the Indian stuff. And my objective was, I would say, a noble objective. I wanted to bring two different people together. I wanted them to see each other's stuff. I wanted Americans to see Bollywood, Bollywood people to see American stuff more. Not that, I need to push American stuff on you guys anymore. It's pushed everywhere. But what it comes down to is this. I was listening to watching a video the other day by a guy named Review Tech USA. I've watched a number of his YouTube videos for a while. And he kind of casually mentioned something that made a light bulb go on in my brain. He said that he stopped subscribing to someone because this guy kept uploading too many videos. And it hit me all of a sudden. And I realized that part of the reason that I lose subscribers, because it's like I'm gaining subscribers, but I lose subscribers and I'm gaining. So it's like this kind of graph, if you've ever seen a stock market graph. So it's like down, up, down, up, down, up kind of thing. Basically what happens is this. I have American subscribers who just aren't interested in the Indian stuff, unfortunately. And while that upsets me, I can't change people. They're gonna, people who are interested are gonna be interested. People who are not are just not. And when people look me up, JABY KOAY, and they find the Indian stuff, if they're curious about it, they'll click on it. But they don't want notifications of Bollywood films every single day. And likewise, there are Indian subscribers who probably unsubscribe because they don't want to see the notifications of American movies. And I realized I have to just split this up. And it bugs me. It upsets me because it goes against what my objective was. But, sometimes you set out to do something with which you think is the right thing to do, and you realize you're wrong. It's one of the things I talked about in the podcast I just put out. That's actually got me feeling pretty good because most people are really, really enjoying the podcast, and so that made me feel happy. But one of the things I talked about is like you just got to move on. You have to take a chance with some things and take a chance at the possibility that you'll fail. But I've learned from this experience, and that lesson is you just can't change people. If people are curious, they'll find it. I mean, I'm still going to be making videos for both sides, but they're going to be on separate channels. And what will inevitably happen is, as, let's say my American base grows again, they'll look up JABY KOAY, and then they'll find JABY KOAY reacted to some Bollywood stuff. They might be curious about it and click on it and then get into Bollywood, and hopefully it happens that way, as opposed to me shoving it down their throat and them seeing the notifications pop up. And same for the Bollywood and American side. That's my hope anyway, is that bridge still happens. And so now what's going to happen is this. The JABY KOAY YouTube channel, youtube.com/JABY KOAY, is going to be JABY KOAY International. The URL is going to be the same. If you want to, go to for those of you who just go to the URL instead of subscribing, I recommend you subscribe because you'll miss things when you don't. But for those of you who just go to the URL instead of subscribing, the URL will stay the same, youtube.com/JABY KOAY. There is no URL for the American stuff yet because there's not enough subscribers there. So, for those of you who love the American trailer reactions, the video game stuff that's more Western based, if you enjoy it even just a little bit, please subscribe to that channel as well. I beg you, please subscribe to that channel as well. It'll help me out a lot. Even if you're not watching every single video that pops up in your notifications, it helps me so that I can get at least a custom URL at some point soon, because you have to have like at least 500 subscribers to have a custom URL, which is really annoying. This whole process, it kind of breaks my heart, and it's like starting from scratch with the American stuff or Western stuff. It really does break my heart because I really wanted to bring the American and Indian audiences together, and hopefully indirectly I'll still be doing that. But yeah, so that's what's happening now. People are asking me about Humorously Yours and AIB. Humorously Yours, the reason why episode 3, I believe, got taken down after I put it up was because something happened on TBF's end where they realized they didn't want it up yet, and they told me, can you not put it up yet? And I said, okay, so I took it down. And they said, wait a few days. I waited a few days and I put it back up. And now I'm waiting to hear back from them to know when it's a good time to put up episodes 4 and 5. I haven't even shot episodes 4 and 5. I'm going to shoot it ideally this Thursday with my brother and John. That's the plan anyway, and then I'm gonna put it out when TVF tells me it's okay to do so. I apologize that it's taking a while. I hope you guys can be patient with me. I mean, I eagerly wanna watch it and share it with you guys too. But in the meanwhile, you'll be seeing other reactions from TVF. Now, AIB, as I mentioned in one of my unboxing videos, I got a chance to talk to Tan Mei, and he told me that, okay, let me back up. I just realized that maybe you guys some of you aren't privy to exactly what's going on. Basically, a bunch of my AIB videos got taken down and I got 2 copyright strikes. It wasn't AIB that did this. Tan Mei told me himself on the phone, we didn't do this, we're fine with your stuff, it's some other company. I found out which company it is, and one of the executive producers over at AIB is helping me out. So I did a response to the copyright claim, and it's this kind of weird limbo scary moment where I'm just kind of waiting for my AIB videos to come back up and for the copyright strikes to go away. That's where things are with that. So I'm not doing any other AIB reactions until this whole issue is resolved. But the relationship I have with TVF and AIB is great. Everything is great. It's just a matter of like, there's some, you know, business stuff on TVF side. They're like just trying to make sure everything's cool on their end before I can do my reaction videos. And with AIB, there's the, you know, legal stuff that I gotta wait out. Last thing is Patreon. Some people wonder like why I have the Patreon account up. Some people find it annoying that you know, that it's even there. Some people found Achara's thank you message annoying. I thought it was awesome. That's why I put it in there, but whatever. So why the Patreon thing? Well, here's the thing. In terms of the income you make on YouTube, it's very finicky. It's like it's the most unpredictable thing possible. And the Patreon account, I don't know how to put this other than it gives me some kind of like, it gives me a little bit more confidence, even though people can just kind of take their contributions away, even though they can just stop anytime, and it's happened, and people have just stopped contributing, but then new people come in and contribute some more, just like the way YouTube, you know, income can be. It just gives me a little bit more confidence because running a YouTube channel can be very stressful. If you look up information, I may have said this before, I'm almost confident I said this before. If you look up, you know, raw information, you know, how much does a YouTuber make? How much does this YouTuber make? It's gonna show you a very wide range. And I can't remember what mine was, but I looked at how much it said I made. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, the numbers are absolutely insane. First and foremost, let me break down some of the numbers, some of the percentages I have to, you know, I have to deal with. Let's say I make, I don't know, $1,000, okay? First and foremost, YouTube takes 50% of that. So now I've got $500 to play with, okay? And then I have my YouTube partner, Maker Studios, which is owned by Disney, and they take 10%. So then I've got what's left over from that. And then I have to deal with taxes at the end of the year. So I've made $400 off the $1,000, which is then going to get taxed by the government. This is assuming that I made $1,000. The numbers that they show you aren't even accurate. I have to deal with a number of things. One of the things that frustrates me is people use ad blockers. And like, there's nothing I can do about that. There's absolutely nothing. I can just tell you guys, hey, please don't use ad blockers. But it's like most people who are just going to keep doing it anyway, not realizing that it actually hurts me. Basically, even though there's like this personal relationship here, this is still a form of entertainment, right? When you go to the movies, you're paying money happily to watch a movie. And that's a different form of entertainment. If you are in America and you've got cable, you're paying for cable. That's a form of entertainment. Everybody has to earn money. This is my way of earning money. It just so happens it's fun, at least mostly. Sometimes it's very stressful. It's fun, and I get to interact with you guys, and it feels personal. But that is my full-time job, is being personal with you guys, is hanging out with you guys. I know that the end product often doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of work involved. If I could just show you guys, like, I keep thinking I'm gonna do this at some point, I just don't know when, but at some point I plan to have someone record me, go through the whole process of bringing the guest in and letting the guest settle, shooting the reaction, and it's got to be just one reaction when I do this. Shooting a reaction, so you see the whole thing through and through, then taking that footage, dumping it into the computer, letting it process, editing it, fine-tuning the edit, putting in all the little graphics and whatever, uploading it, doing all the stuff I have to do after it's uploaded, like taking you through step by step, and that's just one video. And I'm trying to do 3 videos a day, and now it's gonna be like 2 different channels. So eventually it's gonna be 3 channels because we're gonna start doing a Chara's channel fairly soon. It's a lot of stuff. That's why the Patreon thing is just optional, but it's still there because every little bit helps. Every little bit helps me to do more ultimately for you guys. I want to shoot better content for you guys. I want to produce more stuff to entertain you guys. And so the more you give, the more I'm giving back is ultimately what's happening. I mean, some people are going, you know, you should give away prizes. I'm like, I don't even know where to start with that. All I know is how to do what I'm doing. It sounds stupid, but it's like I have a very narrow focus, and within that focus is what I'm able to do well. It's making videos for you guys. And so I'm gonna do my best to do that at the very best of my abilities to make you guys happy. So I guess that's it. I mean, I hope that it gives you some clarity on those issues, on those things. And again, I hope you guys subscribe to that other channel. That'll help me out a lot. And if you're able to contribute to Patreon, if you're able to without it hurting, whatever it is, I don't know what the conversion is for you guys. Like for me, it's like in the States we'll go like give $1, right? That's what we say. Like you can spare $1. So if you're able to comfortably, cool. If you can't, I get it. It's not a big deal. But it's like I have to ask because without asking, there's no way I can receive. And that's true of anything. That's a big philosophy Skeeter taught me. Like you without asking, you'll never receive. So hopefully you guys don't take offense to that. It's just a matter of this is how I survive. This is how I make a living. And hopefully you guys understand that. I love hanging out with you guys, and I love your support. I appreciate your support. I look forward to doing many more of these. This is the part where I'm having an awkward closeout and I don't know how to close it properly. So I'm just going to say adieu and end it here. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Peace out.